livelihoods to the rural people? Yeah. What is the name of the bank? Okay, right. You have bank. Very good. So, India, biggest country. You know the population, biggest country. So, unless we have that kind of institutions, financial institutions, it is impossible to reach the poor person. What are the characteristics of the rural poor? Can you tell me? Easy educated? Easy highly educated? No. Easy rich? Easy on the main road? Easy interior. So there are a lot of problems poor. So every bank cannot reach the poor. That's why Government of India has promoted separate banks for the rural poor. There is a separate bank for women. BMW, Bharat Mahila Abhivruddhi Bank, some bank. Do any country have such banks exclusive for women? So we have an exclusive bank for agriculture, an exclusive bank for small scale industries called SIDBI we have. Like that, because India is a big country and also livelihoods are so many livelihoods are taken care of. So that's why we have different kinds of financial institutions, majorly public sector banks, then cooperative banks, regional rural banks, then private banks, foreign banks. We have 5 different financial institutions. Within the public sector banks, we have once again regional rural banks, urban cooperatives, rural cooperatives, like that. We have a network of banks. Otherwise, reaching 1 crore, almost 1.2 billion population is highly impossible. Especially for the poor, these kind of institutions are essential. Bangladesh Development Bank is meant only for that only, na? Actually, I must congratulate Bangladesh. Is the first country which started Grameen Bank exclusively for the rural people. That too women, totally women. So what the government policies, then environment, people's attitude, all this will influence the availability of the capital for the poor to take up the livelihoods. If there is no Grameen Bank, it would have been very difficult. Like that, the policies like NIRD. Have you heard about NIRD? NIRD, National Institute of Rural Development. This is NIRD where you are there. And there is one program called NRLM, National Rural Livelihood Mission. This is one of the policies taken by the government of India for providing livelihoods to the rural people. Am I want to be a little slow or okay? Am I okay with you or I want to be a little slow? It's okay? Who are the stakeholders in this program? In the livelihood program, who are the stakeholders? Number 1 is financial institutions. Number 2 is the community, the poor households. Number 3 is government at central and state level and NGOs. In Bangladesh, lot of NGOs are there. Lot of NGOs are there. Even in all countries, NGOs are there. So these are the key stakeholders in livelihood promotion. Unless all there, it will not take up. So financial institutions means what? Banks. What is the role of a bank? What is the role of a bank? Providing finance. So more important. Then community, who are the community? The poor people who want to take up livelihood. So they are also stakeholders. The government, what is the role of a government? Government has to provide lot of infrastructure support like marketing, transport, roads. Unless all this infrastructure support is there, livelihoods will not be as sustainable. Taking up livelihood is very difficult. So these are the stakeholders. What is the problem of the community? The problem, I am talking about India, I don't know about your countries, you must tell me. The major problem is the financial inclusion. What is financial inclusion? Anybody? Financial inclusion means providing financial services to the people, rural, poor people living in remote areas. For them, savings. They need savings account, they need small loan, they need remittance facility, they need insurance. Is it available to every rural person in your countries? Can anybody confirm that the rural poor in your country, all financial services are available? So that is the problem with the community. That's what I am saying, the issues with the stakeholders for the community. Availability of the financial services. Is it available in Afghanistan?
No.
Is it available in your country? So that is a major challenge. How to overcome? Can anybody suggest how to ensure that every poor person gets financial services like micro savings, micro credit, micro insurance and remittance? This is the major challenge for the poor. For rich people, urban people, they have 4 banks, 5 banks, foreign bank, private bank, government bank, every bank is ready. But poor person, nobody is going, and poor person is not coming because he is unable to come. He is in a village. For every day he has to work hard to get his food, cloth. Am I right? So, financial inclusion is a major issue in all the Asian countries, because these poor people, for them, they cannot move, they have to be in their own village, whereas the banks are unable to move. So for community, financial inclusion is a major issue. For financial institutions, the banks, what is the issue? The issue is asset quality, means the loans given by the banks are becoming bad. I don't know about your countries, you have to tell me. All the loans given by the banks are automatically repaid or there are bad loans? Now I am asking you. In India we have a big problem. People take loan, they don't repay. What is that? Your country? No idea? Actually, in banks, whose money is there? Who is keeping money in the bank? We are keeping. The public is keeping money as a deposit. And they are giving loans. You are all depositors. I am a banker. You give me $100 each. I give them loans, all $100. If they don't repay a loan, can I give you back? No, no. Actually, that's why for the financial institutions, major problem in America also, many banks collapsed. So the major problem for financial institutions, asset quality, operating expenditure. Means, what is operating expenditure? Branch manager, there is staff in the branch. Na? For example, if I want to open an account for a rural person, so automatically it cannot be opened. It needs people, branch manager, clerk, staff, cashier, they are all the people. So then there should be a building for a branch. Then there should be power, electricity, computers. So all this becomes a operating expenditure. It is very high. That's why the profits of the banks are coming down. Then what are the problems with the government? Political instability. Because all the people, no government is staying for 5 years. Every 1 year, every 2 years, there is some government is coming, government is going, new government is coming. So and also there is a lot of coordination problem. This is a agriculture department, this is a veterinary department. They don't talk each other. That's a major issue. These are the convergence. Nobody knows what another person is doing. For a livelihood, what are the things we need? We have already told financial capital, marketing, lot of things are different. I am a banker, I give a loan. you are a marketing person, you don't arrange marketing. Then livelihood becomes successful or a failure? It's a failure. Unless all work together, all departments come together, financial institutions, governments, community, all come together, then only it will become successful. So, then how to overcome? The definition of the financial inclusion: providing financial services such as micro savings. I want to save $100. I am getting every day $10. In 10 days I got $100. Where to deposit? I don't have bank. My bank is 50 kilometers away. Can I travel? So that's a major issue. Providing finance services such as micro savings, micro credit, micro insurance and remittances to the people living in a disadvantageous position at an affordable cost. So for assessing financial capital, support from formal financial institution, financial inclusion is a prerequisite. A day, every country, for that matter all you I am telling you, every country should certify that every person living in my country, they have a bank account. Can anybody say?
So under the basis of Modi government's initiative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that will come. So I am talking about other countries. I am talking about Bangladesh. I am talking about Afghanistan. I am talking about all my friends here. Do you confirm that every family in your country are having banking facilities? That's the reason. It's a very important. Unless that happens, the livelihoods is a big issue. So government should really, in India, some policies are already started. I'll tell you what are the policies that are there for achieving the financial inclusion. Means lot of poor rural people are excluded. Financially they are all excluded. They are not included in the financial system. They don't have bank account. They don't have loan from the bank. They have loans. They have loans from the money lenders. Even Philippines, Raisa, who are from Philippines, was. So I know, Indians, they give loan today morning 95 rupees, the evening they take 100. They have motorcycles, they are called, what do they call? Some buy or something they call. My goodness, money lenders are playing very horrible role in Philippines. The interest rate is very high interest rate. There are issues and also solutions. For every issue I tell you, there is a solution. Provided all of us work together. We are all working for the poor people. We are all working for the rural. Am I right? Yes. You came for training here to understand and find out some solutions for your country. You came here to understand what is happening in India in the front of financial inclusion, in the front of livelihoods. Can I do in my country? That is your motive. Am I right? So it's try to understand. Such a country like India is the biggest country where the people live in a plain land, live in a big hills, live in forests. There are rich, there are poor, there are middle class, there are poorest of the poor who don't have food also. So but our aim is we want to bring all of them above poverty. Everyone should have a food, clothing and shelter. So for that, livelihood is important. For a livelihood, money is important. So money comes where? Money comes from banks. So unless there are banking services, livelihood is not that easy. Am I right?
Yes.
Do you agree? Thank you. So there are issues and also there are solutions. But it needs attention of the government. It needs government. Who are the government? You are the government. Am I right? You are representing the government, huh? You are also he is representing Bangladesh government. You are representing from which country? You are representing from Sri Lanka. That's why you are all government. So I am telling you, for solutions, it needs attention of the governments, attention of the banks, attention of the community also. Community, what attention? Community should demand you. I want a bank. Open a bank. You are a government, na? I am a poor man, so I will come to you and demand you open a bank. So community should also come forward. So role of community-based organizations. Now I tell you, in India, how we overcome this problem. Actually, people even today, the statement is that 40% of the poor, they don't have bank accounts in India. That is the statement. Or 40% means how many millions? So that is a big issue. Then how to overcome? Can I ask every individual person to go to a bank branch and open account? No, not possible. Banks will become full of people only. You can't enter a bank branch. That's why that's not an issue. That's why we came with a novel solution called self-help group. So next I tell you what is a self-help group. This community-based self-help group is nothing but a community-based organization. They are formed by poor women with the hand-holding support of government. Once again I tell you, who help them? Government means you. You have to help the poor to come together. For what? Why should they come together? Poor are supposed to come together. You all come together to India. Why? What purpose? To learn something. Like that the poor should come together to take up livelihood activities, to have a bank account, to take a loan. Individually poor are weak. Am I right? Individually poor person is a weak person. He can't fight with you. If 10 poor women or men come to you, then you will afraid. All governments will afraid. These people are coming and demanding, who must make. Otherwise, the governments will sleep. Unless the poor people come together and demand, I am eligible for loan, give me loan. I am eligible for livelihood activity, give me livelihood activity. Like that they should demand. That's why now in India, the poor women like Bangladesh, they come together. In Andhra, where Hyderabad alone in the city, we have about 100,000 self-help groups. Hyderabad city alone, 100,000 SHGs. So, government support is a compulsory. Then availability of information technology service. Now you have IT, information technology. You have your internet. You have your mobiles. These are helping us for providing loans to the poor people. So two things are essential. I'll tell you. Two things are very essential. One is the poor should come together. Poor alone cannot do anything. Most important, kindly remember. As soon as you go back to your country, see that the poor are mobilized. The poor women or poor families are come together and demand the government. This I need, this I need, this I want. I want food, I want bank loan,